Hey guys, welcome back to Xposed Tuesday. Today we're going to talk about a module that helps us do a functionality that I showed you out of an application last week in our app review. This is called native clipboard. This is when Xposed actually gets into the game of being able to help you manage your clipboard. Let's check it out. First thing we want to do is download and install the actual module itself. We'll go in the Xposed installer, locate and install native clipboard, which essentially is a system-wide clipboard manager that's built into the system, and it's using Xposed to be able to give us that functionality. The beauty of it, of course, is here that you have it accessible from anywhere, and you don't necessarily have to basically worry about having a notification panel service and actually interacting with it to be able to clip or paste something from your original clipboard list. The other thing you want to make sure obviously here is you need to check the box, restart the device, make sure that the actual module is running. Once you do that, getting into it is simple. You can go into it directly from the installer or from the launcher icon. I got into it from the installer right now. You're able to customize the theme on this actual application, and that's where you get seeing kind of a purple hue to this. Under themes, you're able to set up and change the colors of how the clipboard looks. Right now I chose purple, black, and blue, mostly just to show you guys the level of customization. It might not be the best customization colors, and I'll get into what they look. You're able to change the colors, the text, the pinned item, and then the ability to change them. Of course, if you click it here, it brings up the actual clipboard manager. You're able to see all the latest ones that I was able to actually put into the clipboard manager. The other thing you're able to do is you're able to add one. So you go into the add plus here, similar to the other application. You can title it and give it a text. And you're able to basically pin certain items. So if I press and hold, it opens it up as you're able to read it. You have a little bit of a menu here on the right side. Gives you the ability to pinning it, editing it, delete it, or shrinking it. Shrinking it just brings it back into a smaller item. And the reason why this one is in blue is because I dedicated blue as the pinned clip. So therefore it stays to the top and everything else keeps moving around it. We'll be able to go around. Next we have the sizes. You're able to customize the size of the actual clipboard and text. Blacklist, you can blacklist certain applications from the system so that it doesn't listen to it. Sorting the clips, I have them newer being at the top. That's usually how you work. The more new things you add, the newer things you want them on the top. You are able to actually add certain functionalities within here. The Add CB button that's available, and I'll show you guys where that's going. Search paste functionality, switch paste functionality. This is by default set to be where you have the access to the actual application itself. Clicking it once will paste. Long pressing it gets you the actual panel, and I'll show you guys what it means. And then there's of course single paste, and then there's also compatibility mode for touch-based ROMs and other different MIUI functionalities that you need to have within those ROMs. So we'll go into an example here. I'm going to go open up the browser. This is XDA. It's an article obviously that we had that was featured under our system. So if I press and hold and I just selected some text, it doesn't matter what it is. I'm able to go within Chrome and say clipboard, and now brings up the native clipboard that I'm able to use and copy and paste to it. So that's very nice and very easy right there. Of course, I forgot to show you guys that there is a clear all, so you're able to clear all your recent ones, and it works very, very nice. Now, what would happen? Let's say I wanted to do a search. So let's go here, and I'm going to delete. So, and now we have the actual paste button. Normally, this would be anywhere where you're in a text box and you're trying to paste something. If you press it once, it'll paste whatever you just last put in there. So I should say this is a test for XDA. I put that as a clipboard. I'm going to delete that. And let's say I do that one more time and I just press and hold it. Notice that the actual keyboard went away and my actual clipboard manager now, the native clipboard manager came in, and I'm able to basically paste whatever I want. I can just paste it directly from there and I can just put it away and go. I'm not sure, but I think a lot of people will probably first thing draw a comparison between this module and ClipStack, the application that I reviewed to you guys last week. The main difference between the two obviously is root. This one requires root where ClipStack doesn't, and it will work in most systems. Now, the interface is different, of course. You have different ways of interacting with it. This one's more native. It's actually embedded directly within Xposed because you're able to access it by using the paste button, which essentially is anywhere you're in the application. You don't have to go into your notification panel to pick whatever you want to copy and paste and put it back in. So there's no juggling of different situations. And I want to say thanks to one of the reviewers here on XDA for mentioning this module to me last week when I put out the review for ClipStack. And this is what made you kind of look at it, and I saw, well, there is a different way of approaching this. So you guys saw with the hands-on, it's pretty simple, easy to use. You're able to manage your actual clips as far as what you want to copy and paste directly within the actual bar where you're trying to paste the actual item, or even if you're trying to copy it. It works great with Chrome, as I showed you guys with the example. And I like the way it's implemented. And again, it uses the power of Xposed, which is one of the main benefits of using this module itself. So let me know what you guys think. If you've used this before, if you haven't, if you like ClipStack and you do have Xposed, would you rather use this? So I'm actually eager to hear your comments as far as your recommendations, which one you like. And I also saw some other applications last week on the Thursday video. This is just, again, mostly because of the Xposed module and the way it works. It's just simple, easy. As usual, like, subscribe to this channel, like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys soon.